Hey, good morning, Dale. We're going to do a quick demo video for you for your KR Sabers Graflex. One thing I could not show you in the breakdown video that I record first is how the Bluetooth works. Alright, so what you want to do, you want to take this lever off, take the handle off. I'm not going to explain any of this in detail right now except for the actual Bluetooth functionality. When I do the actual like over the head explanation, I'm using my phone, so I can't use the app. Alright, so we'll take the kill key out.
This party's over.
Come over to your phone. You're going to want to get an app called the ForceSync app. Let me find it. There it is. ForceSync app. Alright. It's going to come up. It's trying to connect to some things. You're going to see that right there. FSC BT909-LE. So no matter what else pops up, like that Luna popped up, you want to tap that BT909. Mine skipped the step because I already did it, but what yours will do on the initial boot up, it's going to have a screen that pops up. It's going to ask you for a code and then to hit pair. You don't have to put a code in, just hit the pair button. Alright, once you do that, you'll come to this screen with several different board options. The first one being CFX. We'll just tap on that. This one will come up. I'm going to go up to the top for remote control. I'll hold this right here. I'm going to turn it on. Do some clashes, some lockup, 4 sounds, some blasters, and then I'll turn it back off there. So I just wanted to show you right before we do the breakdown that your Bluetooth is in there, it works properly. I go into explanation about why I put it where I did in the chassis and everything like that. So let me put this back on real quick. We'll go over my desk, take an in-depth look at this. Let me know at the end if you have any questions, and we'll get this out in the mail to you ASAP. Alright, thanks, man. Alright, Dale, here we've got your Graflex from KR Sabers that you had me do a metal chassis on, and then you had me do a few other things, right? So I put the grips on for you. I used the grip guide that you sent, so thank you for that. Got your D-ring on here. All right. I did drill out the hole for some shine through, so if you could kind of like see my finger go back and forth, you've got some nice shine through there. Coming over here, it is a 2-button setup. So the top button here, the red one, that's going to be your power, and then on this piece right here, you just push it down. That's your auxiliary. All right. One thing about this guy, the blade retention. So normally what I would do is I would use this screw right here for blade retention, but it doesn't quite go into the socket. What I would do is I would just source a longer screw, same threading of course, just get one that's slightly longer. You can replace that with a grub screw if you like, though it would take away the look of the Saber. So I would just suggest getting one just like this, a flathead, a little bit longer in length, so it dips down into the blade socket there, and you can use that for a blade retention. We can still put a blade in here and fire it up. These bunny ears hold it pretty steady, but depending on how hard you want to swing it around, you'll want to address that. All right. Getting to your chassis, what you want to do is take this lever, flip it up, push forward and do kind of a counterclockwise turn until it stops, and then slide this off, and we'll put this off to the side. I kind of keep this as one piece. All right. You have a CFX with Bluetooth module. You've got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. This is a metal sleeve I made for it. You've got a standard recharge port here because your battery is located up in this area up here. This is an old Cargill crystal chamber. It had a top and bottom that I threw away, and then I modified it to fit this piece, the new Graflex core up here, and then I made my own lower. Okay, to turn this on, you simply pull this out. You don't even have to put this kill key back into it because CFX has a deep sleep mode. I am going to send it with this though, and it fits in there fine. It's just a little 3D printed kill key. If you ever want to get to the board, you'll notice one grub screw right here. So we're going to come in here. We're going to take that grub screw all the way out. Be careful because it is tiny. I left all the stock fonts on here, and then you asked for the apologize font, so I went ahead and I put the apologize font on here for my buddy Jesse over at Kyber Fonting. All right, but when you take that grub screw out, you can pull this sleeve straight out. Actually, you're going to need to take this kill key out first. Sorry.
for my girlfriend.
So, pull the sleeve straight out. It's just a standard core. You've got access to your SD card right there. I do have a piece of tape over the Bluetooth module, and the reason I did that is because I didn't want the Bluetooth antenna to be underneath the board, so it would have to get signal through the board. It'd have to get signal through this piece of metal, signal through this piece of metal, and then signal through the handle as well. So I wanted to put it on top of the board, but then I wanted to protect it as well. So that's why there is a piece of electrical tape over that. But that's how you get to your board, make any changes. When you're done, just slide this back on, line up those two holes, just like that. And when you do that, this grub screw will go right in. Screw that all the way down until that grub screw kind of even with the surface here, and that holds your sleeve in nice and tight. All right, so as you can see, we've got your crystal pulsing blue until you turn it on right here. Auxiliary, hold it down for blade lockup. Shine through. And we'll turn it off. Your crystal is obviously wired to the LS2 pad, so you can program this to do whatever you'd like it to do. It's got a single Neopixel accent. All right, I cannot show you the Bluetooth functionality right now because I'm actually using my phone to record this part, and I do this part first. So in the intro, I hope to remember, I will show you the Bluetooth functionality. It's not the greatest with the handle on. It works a lot better with the handle off, though. It does work with the handle on. You just have to be pretty close to it. All right, but we're gonna come over here. We'll flip this back up. You got those two nubs in there. You kind of want to line those up with these two grooves here. Slide it in, go clockwise until you've got, you know, this side box here. Sorry, this side box here is aligned with the side of your emitter, and then you can lock it down like this. All right, like that. Now we can hit power. So you got some nice sound coming out of there. We're gonna put a blade in it. This is set up for a 1-inch diameter blade. I'm gonna use my little test blade here. This is programmed for a full-length blade though. So the bunny ears will hold the blade in. You gotta shine through in your glass side. Lights up a blade. If you want to change color, you can just hold down the aux and twist the saber. Go to green, red. So you've got the standard colors programmed in for now. Right. Hitting auxiliary is your battery meter. Of course, you're not going to really see it on this test blade because it's a lot shorter than a normal length blade. But to change sound fonts, we'll hold down auxiliary.
Sound bank selection.
You can go up or down with either switch.
Crystal focus. Crystal focus.
Nebula.
Remy.
Revolve.
When you find one you like, just hold down the power button.
This party's over.
All right. Now, when you have the blade this color, right, your crystal chamber is always going to match. So if we take this handle off, you'll have a red. You're going to have a red crystal chamber. All right. The trade color. You got that color blade. You got that color crystal chamber. All right, and it stays like that. So we'll go ahead and turn that off there. Take our blade out. Like I said, CFX does have a deep sleep mode, but if you don't want to engage that and you feel more comfortable with this, with a traditional kill key, you can just use what I sent you, and that kills power, just like that. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put your handle back on. And that is basically how you work that Graflex. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will try to get this out in the mail to you by the latest tomorrow morning. All right, thanks, man.